These are two good friends now happily sharing their slow feed hay bag under the run-in shelter. And Cherokee's all the way on the inside, which is really great. Shows he's really gotten over his fear of being under a roof. I guess it made him feel kind of trapped. But now he's comfortable, he comes in and out. And this slow feed hay bag, if you can see it, it's got these, it's like a net. And they have to reach in there. Hey buddy, I'm just explaining. They have to reach in there to pull the hay out. And that is really good for their digestive system is made for all day grazing. They're not really meant to be having 3 meals a day, which is what most horses in, in a barn, they're fed like 3 times a day and they're dropped a big half a bale of hay. But it really isn't good for their digestive system. They are meant to eat little tiny bits at a time all day long. And what happens if they aren't eating all day long is that their stomach is continuing to secrete the digestive juices, and so it can lead to ulcers and all kinds of problems. So giving them a slow feed hay bag, we'll come back to this, especially if they don't have access to constant grass, this keeps them working at it all day. They can take little bites and it keeps their stomach really healthy. Eventually, all this grass, it looks like I have a lot of grass in this nice big paddock. An enclosed area for horses is called a paddock. This grass is all going to go dormant in the winter here, even though it's not what we would think of as a winter up north. It gets cold enough in the evenings that the vegetation goes dormant. So we're not going to want them to be eating this, just grazing on this grass all the time, because what'll happen is they'll start pulling it up by the roots, and before long all the grass will be gone. So what I'm going to be doing is putting another fence right from that round pen straight down here to meet the barn, and then this area back in here will eventually become what we call a dry lot. They'll spend most of their day in here, and eventually this grass will be gone, and then they'll be eating their hay, and they'll go out here into the grassy part maybe 3, 4, 5 hours a day to get their grass. But that will save the grass from getting completely depleted. So that's a little story about their feeding habits. And I'm so happy that Cherokee is now comfortable going inside the barn, the run-in shelter.